The following program is sponsored by Capitec. Better never rests.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Insider SA, your guide to living better. Join us today as we open up to the spirit of Ubuntu and find out why a swimming lesson is such a gift to gospel star Dr Winnie Mashaba. The Besters build a West Coast beach house to share the dream with friends and family. Khaya Likheletu turns interior designs into collaborative works of art. To DJ Carissa Cupido, Ubuntu's finest expression is community radio. Sharing financial knowledge with school kids is a smart investment. And musical artist Msaki mentors the next generation of young township creatives with a power to succeed.
Swallow my pride now, 'cause it's like,
Musical artist Asanda Msaki Mvana lives the meaning of Ubuntu, that I am because you are. And it's showing in her development of young singer-songwriter Noluthando Ngema.
I met Noluthando because I was a mentor for this accelerator program where Nando's had chosen 6 emerging artists. They were entered into a category for new emerging artist in the Basadi Women's Awards. And so the winner was going to get me as a mentor for a year.
I just won the New Emerging Artist of the Year award at the Basadi Music. And it's so cool because I get to work with Msaki, who's a mentor. I was part of actually the award, and I get to be part of this academy, the Bridges Academy, to do music for the rest of my life. And I'm just really excited about the opportunity to sing and to learn and to create and all of the beautiful things that comes in this industry.
Bridges for Music is a place that is changing this actual neighborhood, but the city as well, and the landscape of the music industry at large, because there's not a lot of places that get input that Bridges for Music gets from industry at education level, first of all. Second of all, it's that there's this holistic look at how are you doing? You know, that's the first thing that you get asked when you come here. And the first thing that you do in the day, it's about mindfulness, it's about checking in, it's about dropping in. I definitely think that if that is taught, you're going to get a better quality of creative here because that's a connected person.
Having Msaki as my mentor has been so fun. It has been such a time of breathing. She helps me breathe. I think that's the best way I can put it. I am very type A, and she's just such a calming presence that helps to bring perspective on what's happening and really take me by the hand and showing me what the journey looks like going forward and taking me step by step. And that's been really helpful for me to calm down some of the anxiety and some of the worries about this journey. And she's very wise. She's like a sage. It's the best way I can put it, very wise, and also just such a kind soul. And I think that's exactly what I needed in this journey.
What's quite significant is I've taken a hiatus and just regenerating, recalibrating what the next phase in my career is, and even how I approach like performing and seeing what I can change in the back end of music to make it a bit better. Because I'm a semi-casualty of the industry, because you get busy and you don't really have a plan sometimes if there's no vision. And so part of where I am now is just trying to make sure that independent artists like me, because I was running my own business, employing my own team, have got more infrastructure and support so that people don't burn out like I did. Because just because you're independent, it doesn't mean you have to be alone. So I'm there building in the background now for the time that I'm taking a break from stage. But that's always been something that I've been doing. So I just have more time to do it now.
On a time out from social media, this creative is soaking up live experiences.
Msaki, I want to take you to places that describes who are we in Langa. Places that connects a lot of different things of Langa in one place. And also I want to take you to a little bit of where the township come from. This one here is for 1960 march.
Oh, yeah.
I can see all the people marching for the human rights on the 20th of March, you know about it?
Sure.
And they march against the bars, against the Don't Pass laws, you know? And that's when the massacre happened in Sharpeville and also in Langa.
Langa, my love. I was born in this township. I grew up in the streets. There are 10 houses on this block. We played this pothole street into the ground. Fatima Dike.
Yes.
Who's that?
The whole heritage of our Langa, acting, music and everything. She's a living legend of Langa.
Okay.
She connected Langa with the world and also connected our skills and our art. You know, because remember the first opportunities where people had natural talent.
Yeah.
So Fatima Dike, she's the rock.
Sure.
She's the rock of Langa.
Msaki is just as based, whether performing at Madison Square Gardens, New York, or on the fly.
Be alive. Ain't nobody living out here. Be someone who's living out here. Okay, but I need help. You have to go. With my soul.
This is an artist who collaborates with superstars Black Coffee and Sun L, while never losing touch with where or what she comes from.
Walking around like this, you always get to know another layer of Kwalanga, and you know, my biggest relationship with it is just the inheritance of musicians and the way that I've collided with it through incredible musicians, people that play sport, looking up to it because of how it's incubated its artists to a certain extent. I've also come to know Kwalanga because of places like Gugas Tebe, where art is the way that the community relates with the rest of Cape Town and the rest of the world. For me, art and music all comes from the same place, and when I say art, I'm talking more of the visual sense because music is art. And I've always had a sense of this, you know, when I was growing up, but I think the ways that we learn and we are taught about music and art, we end up separating them in the education process because I was a fine art student and music was hitting me and I was saying, what do I do with all the sound? And I had no help in moving forward in terms of how to deal with the sound that was coming while I was busy being taught how to be a visual art student. You know, having gone off to be a musician because the music was coming hard and fast, it's been an interesting time now where I've paused. There's a time of synthesis of seeing how the two worlds can come together. And it's seamless to me. Whenever I see art, for me, it comes with sound. And whenever I see sound, it always has its own visuals that accompany it. I love it. Nice one.
Number one.
That's how Miss Mvana was greeted when we dropped by Ntlalo Jordan's place for lunch.
Msaki, she's a big star, so we decided to make umlekwa for her. We made umlekwa and we made tribe and we made some chisa nyama because she's in the township, and these are the dishes that we specialize on. So we made the sides of the steamed bread and creamy spinach and butternut. I think they will enjoy it.
What's next for me is working away in the background, working a lot on Art Black, trying to get it stronger as a vehicle to support independent artists. Lots of collaborations. I'm curating stages for different festivals around the world, making sure that people have got vehicles of support, but also for my own creative journey, it's more songwriting, more understanding what the next season looks like for me. I still have music that I recorded 2-3 years ago that still needs to come out, a lot of music collaborations. So it's not really complete silence, but it is a lot of intentional releasing of music and a lot of pausing and supporting other people's projects.
With Msaki as a mentor, Nolutando is already making waves. And in time, she'll take other young artists under her wing. Up next, a house for friends and family built around the tradition of a West Coast beach braai. This West Coast plot in Kersbos belongs to a Swartland farming couple. They always knew it would become their hub for friends and family to make memories. But first, they had to build a house.
Hi, the Inside SA. I'm Moller.
And I'm Renelle. Welcome to our home. This is Villa Kersbos, our beachside getaway. This is the reason why we bought a plot here, and also because it's an hour's drive from our farm in Mariesburg, so an easy weekend getaway for the family.
We love the tranquility, the quietness, this ocean on our doorstep.
As a girl from Pretoria, I didn't know the West Coast at all. We were still engaged. You decided to bring me here for a weekend, and we just started driving up from Paternoster all the way to Elandsbaai, and we passed this area and there was nothing here. And we were intrigued, we came to view the plots, we found this special one. We signed right there on the bonnet of the car.
So with our friend and architect Charles, he made our dream come a reality.
By the time Charles arrived, the couple had experienced the plot through 10 summers and winters and knew just what they wanted.
The brief from Ronel and Amada was to design a beautiful West Coast villa to enjoy with their friends and family. The house is an interpretation of the traditional West Coast architecture with its relaxed whitewashed walls, but what we've done here was to create a more dramatic interpretation. As such, you'll notice that the roof is quite dramatic with its gable ends and the tall chimneys, which almost gives it a cathedral-like presence. From the main courtyard, you enter the house from the main entrance over there that connects beautifully right through the dining room, right through the outside patio to the ocean. The lounge, dining room and kitchen forms a series of easy flowing interlinking spaces. The use of materials in the house is very carefully selected also to speak to the simplicity of the architectural style of the West Coast. Cement screed floors, simple washed walls, exposed timber, raw brickwork. It is generally a simple palette of materials that creates a relaxed and uncomplicated look and feel.
Ronel's mom started an interior design business in Plettenberg Bay, and her daughter has inherited that flair for decor.
You always find shells in beach houses, normally in big bowls, so I wanted to bring it in as part of the design element, and I was very excited when I found these beautiful art pieces. So the kitchen is very simple, open plan with a beautiful view towards the beach. This is framed wallpaper. Firstly, we wanted to do proper wallpaper, but in the end decided to frame it. But also it just ties in with Valdrift, the area and the story, because the Berg River mouths here close by, and you find hundreds, sometimes thousands of flamingos in the Berg River. We chose this beautiful kitchen light because it was made of a natural grass, and we actually used that right through the house. You'll see there's a plant in a grass basket, and there's more grass baskets with some shells around it. And it's actually one of my interior design tips is to use a lot of natural elements with texture to get that barefoot luxury feel. This main bedroom is my favorite room in the whole house. This open plan bathroom was never part of the plan, but it just worked out like that, and now it's really nice to have it like this. So this little cubicle was a design mistake. We discovered that we couldn't open a door, and in the end added the sliding door, and now it's our toilet, and it's one of the most beautiful design elements in this room. We discovered this beautiful piece of linen with this nature theme on it that really connects the nature back into the house. I love these beautiful hanging lamps, and these stamps are actually blue gum from our farm. I'm not a big fan of curtains, so we decided to add these wooden slats, and it's very practical with the stacking doors, so it provides a lot of privacy, especially because we're so close to the beach and we have a boardwalk going next to the house.
For the couple's 2 teenage sons, it's been quite a childhood between life on the farm and weekends at the beach house.
This upstairs area is the kids zone. We call it the pajama lounge. They can watch TV, and this is their own private space. I discovered this beautiful Moroccan carpet in Cape Town and decided to use it as art. This extra thick trusses is quite a statement. I grew up on a sawmill and really wanted the wood to be quite dramatic, and I think we achieved something really nice here. This is my second favorite bedroom in the house. Very subtly, we brought nature in with the scatter cushions, and this space allowed us to bring in a little small sitting room, and look at this, rocking chair. Just imagine yourself having coffee here in the morning with a beautiful view of the Atlantic Ocean.
Having lived here, the family realized they needed an outdoor space without the breeze.
This is the extension of our home. This whole courtyard area, we added later on, but we really love it because it really doubles the living space of the area. And especially in summer, we move out here. The kids love the swimming pool. We've added the hot fire, hot tub. We've also included some of local materials like these local stone from the area that gives it nice texture, even the vegetation, the garden. Everything is very natural and in touch with the West Coast.
For the tree, it's an olive tree we brought from the farm. It was with a lot of effort, but it's happily growing now.
We really love to bring friends and family for weekends. There's the hanging chairs, there's the lounges, some really nice space for everyone. I want to introduce you to our friend David, who's going to do a proper Weskus braai for us. David, are you going to show us what you're going to do?
Yes, the coal's almost ready. Shall we braai?
Yes.
So today I'm braaiing a nice Weskus snoek, and I'm making a garlic butter and apricot marinade for the snoek. So I've melted some butter, added some salt and pepper. I've grated in 2 cloves of garlic. Once that butter is nicely melted, the garlic's getting some good flavor, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of smooth apricot jam. Give it a good stir, mix it all together. We're going to marinate the fish, and when it's ready for the braai, and then once it's on the fire, we keep marinating it as it braais. You braai it for like 3 minutes on each side, and then it's ready.
Invitations to lunch or to stay rarely get passed up, and the Mollers love nothing more than to share this gem.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, this looks amazing. Thank you very much, David, for joining us today. And thank you to Charles for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
This fish braai was delicious. It was exactly what I was looking forward to, and we enjoyed it with friends.
Nothing like a West Coast fish braai. Thank you, Insider South Africa, for joining us. It was a magnificent day.
On this plot, which the family held onto for years, they've made a home built of memories more than anything else. And may they keep building for generations to come. Just ahead, Dr Winnie Mashaba conquers her greatest fear, and interior design is a team sport.
Sponsored by Capitec. Better never rests.
We'd come to Pretoria to meet gospel singer Dr Winnie Mashaba. Her career has branched into TV presenting and business, but it's her music which most stirs the soul. Especially the recently released album Relebogile, named after her child, and that's what brought her here.
My name is Dr Winnie Mashaba. Whew. My life is a movie, guys. As we all know that I'm coming from Limpopo, Polokwane, so I came here for my first swimming lesson. The reason why I want to learn how to swim is because I love traveling. There's water everywhere we go. Sometimes I can't even go inside the water because I'm afraid I cannot swim. And the main reason why I got this massive push is because I have a 2-year-old daughter that I have to protect also. I must have this skill so that if anything happens, I'm there to rescue her.
Winnie walked a long road bringing her child into the world, and Marie Nothnagel is going to help in keeping her safe.
You are taking a very brave step this morning to do your first swimming lesson. Not only is it a life skill, but it's also a very good activity for fun with family. But Coach Shanae is going to take you through all the steps, and she's going to help you.
Of all the gifts anyone could give Doc Winnie, few can beat knowing she'll soon be able to swim with her child.
And catch. Well done. That one you did all by yourself.
Is it?
Yes, I did it. Well done.
I feel like me and this water are friends now. My fear is totally gone. I think I'm gonna take more exercise inside water so that whatever that you taught me here,
You can go practice now.
I'll practice more.
The costumes we're more used to seeing Miss Mashaba in are those designed by Bonolo Mashilo.
My signature style is modern traditional elegance. When I get on stage, I have to feel myself first so that I can produce the best.
The name of the dress that Dr. Winnie Mashaba is wearing is called Khoshiradi the dress. This dress is obviously royalty and it's a very soft satin, hand beaded. The dress has a complementing belt so that it can accentuate the figure, and then we've got structured off-shoulder sleeves that are there to balance it out, and then we finish the dress off Kamevala Mufati Sepedi, which obviously represents the modern traditional Sepedi woman. The collection is basically inspired by Dimamzo. She's got a very elegant, classy style that, you know, she runs with, and we love showing off her body. She's got a very small waist that we embrace with our tight-fitting belts, as you can see, and the matching head wraps as well. She has introduced us to making that a part of the wardrobe. So every time I make a dress, I make sure to always put in a matching head wrap. So I think we're bringing elegance into modesty and making sure that she's a true representative of a young modern gospel artist that wants to look good. That is basically the inspiration behind every collection, who she is, the beautiful woman that she is.
My music journey, it all began, it takes me back to this beautiful lady that I can never even forget, which is my late mom. That's how it started, because she could see that I love music, I live music. Everything that I do, I would just climb on that big stone, holding my stick, singing, imitating our Brenda Fassie, Lucky Dube, and all those superstars that we loved. In the year 1998, we had visitors at home, and those visitors were one of the producers at Solomon, who came and said, "Where is our child?" That's how the journey started.
Winnie received an honorary doctorate for her music, but her fans offered the ultimate accolade.
I had so many encounters with many people who were telling me about terrible situations, but just by listening to the music, and they will always tell me about my voice, how the voice healed them. Through my music, I'm hoping to convey the spirit of Ubuntu, love, respect, and humbleness. So if we respect each other, this world will go somewhere. If we love one another, there won't be any jealousy. If we support each other, we will never lack, and the families will come together. So what I'm doing right now, giving different up-and-coming musicians the platform so that people can know about them. But I'm not giving them platform forever. I give them platform for a certain period. Then from here until here, I need to see if my teachings are blossoming out there. Are they responsible or they are not responsible? So I'm aiming to produce more artists, aiming to adopt more schools, because I have Dr. Winnie Mashaba Foundations, which is doing amazingly great stuff.
If you ever want to know what Ubuntu feels or sounds like, put on a Winnie Mashaba album and listen. When interior designer Khaya Likheletu began working on this Midrand home, it was for a couple and their young son. At handover, he learned they were expecting another child, which gave him a proud sense of helping to build a new community.
Hi, the Insider SA. My name is Khaya Likheletu. I'm an interior designer, and welcome to my latest project. Please, come with me. The brief from the client was basically give me a space that is going to be homely, pops of color, not too dark, and also a space that is going to be African. By African, I'm referring to modern African touches, such as timeless pieces, and also being able to collaborate with people from different faculties. With the dining area, we wanted to demarcate the space in the house, because that's literally the center of the whole entire open plan. So what we do with the dining area is that we started with the pendants that are sitting here on top of the dining table, whereby we wanted to drop them at different level so that it can create a focal point. We had to collaborate with other people whereby they made this dining table for us. And one thing I liked about the table is that it consisted of the glass piece, which is basically in the center here. That works very well with the pendants on top of it. The chairs are basically tap chairs, and we had chosen the chairs together with the clients. The color of the chairs, we chose a mustard just because we have pops of mustard throughout the whole house. So the wine cellar is basically underneath the staircase. It's wrapped around in a frameless glass, and inside it were floating wine shelves. The floating wine shelves are basically made out of natural wood, which is ash wood. We wanted to make the wood to pop out more on the staircase by allowing the back wall where they are drilled into to be black.
The kitchen presented the challenge of how to put their own signature on an existing design.
One of the things that came with the house was the kitchen, but we as designers, we had to find a common ground in terms of how we can make the kitchen work with the color scheme of the house. We firstly proposed some chairs, which are the bar stools that are sitting here. As you will see in the lounge, the main sofa has the same textures as these chairs here. So it's black powder coated, black steel framed, cleanly designed bar stools that are sitting in the front of the island. Another thing that we did in the kitchen was collaborate with people that are specializing in fine arts and also sculptures. Hence, you will see as you take a tour, we've collaborated with Anthony Smith, who did the faces that are sitting on there. And also we did it with Enoch Art, who did an artwork on the fridge that is sitting on the other side. But how do we make the fridge that has a bit of an art piece become a part of the space? We included a mirror in the scullery so that when you're in the dining area, you're busy eating, you can still see the reflection of the art piece that is by the door of the fridge. So what we have on the lounge is that we've got the TV wall, and then obviously we've got the artwork wall, whereby we've got the feature focal point, which is the main couch of the whole lounge. So with the lounge, we wanted a space that can accommodate approximately 4 to 5 people. Hence, we decided to add more sitting instead of having one long couch. We have a very bright wallpaper that is sitting on the TV wall side of things. On the side, we've got 2 windows that are overlooking on the outside, which is the pool area that ties in the greenery into the space. And the TV unit is sitting literally in the center of the whole entire space. It's made out of wood and it's white as well. So the wood representing something that is close to heart, like something African, touch of natural colors, and then the base is just white to make it a bit cleaner, yet allowing the wallpaper to stand out at the same time. Behind the couch, that's where the client collaborated with Sipiwe M to bring in the colors that we're looking for the whole house. From what the client has told me in terms of how he briefed the fine artist was that, well, they've got a boy who basically found passion in soccer and also cycling, and he is more into mining, and then the mother is more into education and also furthering her studies.
Even outdoors, it's art, full of larger-than-life characters, which brings life to this home.
With the theme for this room is that we're still bringing in all the colors from the inside of the house, but this was more playful, relaxing, as this is part of outside. This is the space where you want to sit down and read a book. So what we did with the space is that obviously we collaborated with another artist, Makaziwe Radebe, who did the big portrait at the back of the whole wall. We also decided to bring something that was a bit more playful, like a tan leather, and also a massage. I will literally call it the massage chair, because this is the chair where you relax with the glass next to you while reading a book, and then you connect together with nature that is on the outside. We also changed the landscaping of the outside of the house and also introduced a pool to make sure we have a space where the kids can play and also relax on a hot, sunny day.
And while the kids are playing, the lady of the house can further her studies right here.
The upstairs of the house consists of the master bedroom, the little boys' room, a guest bedroom, and a future nursery room. All of the rooms are interlinked in this section where I'm standing, which is basically the study section. So with the color scheme of the bookcase, basically what we wanted is that we wanted to keep it clean lines, but still keeping with the color schemes that is happening downstairs. On the staircase, what we did is that we decided to make some pill mirrors just to break away from the squareness of the artwork, the photographs and everything in here. So we decided to make some pill mirrors which are powder coated in gold just to kind of enhance the space and also the reflection of light to make the space a bit inviting and also make it feel like it's big.
When it comes to art, a 5-year-old tends to know exactly what he wants on the wall.
This is the boys' room. He's just 5 years old, found passion in basketball, but how do we tie what he loves into where he sleeps at night? So what we did is that we collaborated with another company to do us a custom-made wallpaper print, which basically symbolizes the sport that he likes. We have 2 rings on the walls on either side of the bed. That symbolizes his passion for sports. Got a basketball and a soccer ball. We brought a big mirror to kind of reflect the light that is coming from the windows to make the room open up a bit and also invite more light into the space.
With a couple traveling a lot, they like a sense of simple calm when they return home.
So this is the master bedroom. With the master bedroom, the client wanted us to create more of a calming feeling into the room. The headboard is a deep buttoned-in headboard that basically mimics almost a similar look to the main couch that we have in the lounge. With the base, we wanted something that is a bit more playful, but at the same time it's got a bit of a timeless look to it. What we also did in the master bedroom is that we created a dressing station, and we wanted it to be different to a point whereby it must look floating, but that at the same time it must be having 2 different shapes. Hence we've got the circular mirror in the background and also the clean line console that has touches of wood, which is one of our color schemes, some pops of black, of which we brought into the room through also the feature wall, which is the black one. Our touch of wood still continues into the master closet and is also featuring our custom-made gold mirror to enhance the space and also bring lots and lots of light. Interior design plays a big role on our day-to-day lives, being able to translate things that sometimes we think is only just imagination into reality and making the space more comfortable and homely for families.
Since they will soon have number 4 under this roof, Khaya signed off by creating a baby room. Next up, how a young Carissa Cupido found career and community through the power of radio. Local radio is the hub of community spirit, and one Cape Town DJ in particular gives a voice to that.
My name's Carissa Cupido. I am a Cape Town born and bred media personality. I like to think of myself as a media maven because I am everywhere, on air, on the ground, online. I just try to do it all, really. I'm a radio presenter, TV presenter, and also content creator and voiceover artist. Honestly, I think that entertainment chose me. I was a shy kid growing up, but as soon as I got into my comfort zone, I mean, me and my other cousins were performing and telling people to pay to watch us perform. It was so adorable. Also, my dad is hugely into music and culture, so I think he instilled that from quite a young age. And I think at about 17, I definitely knew that I wanted to do radio. So the bug bit then, and it just kind of expanded, infected my whole body into the TV space as well. And it's just been an expansive journey since.
In demand on red carpets as much as in studio, Carissa had a gig and needed a dress fast.
I absolutely love Style Rotates. It's one of those really great options that are sustainable but also just hit the mark when it comes to looking good. So I'm going to Joburg Film Festival. I'm going to be a red carpet host and I have to look the part, you know. The Joburg people can't stand me up and they can't show me out. So I definitely want to bring that Cape Town flair and make sure that I look really good in my choice today. So 3 dresses out of the lot definitely caught my attention. This black dress, immediately, I was like, yes, yes, yes. It ticks all the boxes of being dramatic, having that flair. I love the ruffles. I love the extra material that gives me the weight and the movement. And definitely love the neckline. I like to show a bit of shoulder, you know, a bit of sauce. The blue dress, I have to admit, that's definitely within my comfort zone. It's something that I would wake up and wear on a regular Tuesday. And I love that it's also, I think, a Nigerian designer. She got the color right, and also the style is a little bit edgy, which I'm always into. And the final dress is definitely the pièce de résistance. It goes with my hair. It's a little bit fiery, and it's got the ruffles, it's got the back, it's got the shoulders, so it's going to be a really tough decision. Oh my gosh, I've always loved fashion. Like, self-expression is such a big deal to me. From my hair, to my jewelry, to my clothing and shoes. I always, when I step outside the house, want to represent myself in the best way. So even though people don't see me when I'm on air, I feel like the way I carry myself is definitely part of that. And also sometimes I go live on Instagram, you know, the people still see me, or I take photos in studio. So it's kind of like a 360 view of me. So you've seen all the beautiful options. Which ones would you choose?
As the host of the Weekend Special on Good Hope FM, Miss Cupido has her finger on the cultural pulse of the city.
Radio honestly bit me when I was about in high school. I'd say like 16, 15 years old. I used to listen to 5FM really soft in the evenings. Nicole Fox was on at the time and she had such a rad show. But in my household, we were Christian and secular music was not allowed. So I would keep one ear to the door to hear my mom's footsteps and then I would put the radio down super soft to be able to hear the show. And it was so inspirational. I just knew that whatever she was doing, I wanted to be part of it. I joined a community radio station for like a week or two and I just kind of knew that this felt comfortable and it felt like home. I remember this moment while I was on air, somebody had written a note on a piece of paper, held it to the window and it said, "You have a great voice." And I was like, yes, that was the affirmation I needed. And from then on, I went to UCT and immediately joined UCT Radio and joined Good Hope shortly after that.
Carissa is absolutely amazing. She's one of the most versatile presenters that I've seen and I've been able to work with. One of the most friendliest people out there, and also she loves sports. So I'm gonna, just keep it 100% real.
Carissa is just so animated, especially when she's behind the mic. So whenever she's telling a story, she comes alive. And let me tell you, Carissa is so honest. So she shares so much about her life. I think that really connects with listeners because they can feel the authenticity.
Man, I really love radio. It's my North Star. It's my first love out of broadcasting, just simply because you can connect to people directly. I think that's super special, that as soon as my voice goes out, it is touching somebody immediately. Not only that, I get to play really good music for people out there. And I think, like maths, music is the thing that connects us universally, and that's a beautiful thing. I pretty much wear my heart on my sleeve, I feel. A lot about me is put out there quite publicly, but a couple things that people may not know is that I'm really clumsy and I'm really just like ditzy, right? Like if I walk around, I would trip over my own feet. I'm also a little bit awkward when things like that happen. And I think people often get confused when they see that because they're like, "You're so confident, what do you mean?" I'm just like, no, I'm also a shy little girl. So recently, I've added fiance to my resume. It's really exciting. I've been on the path of becoming a wifey, and within this year, I'm definitely going to tie the knot and start my forever with my forever person. And I'm really excited to just be in that season of excitement before the long love begins.
Since culture is her beat, Carissa took in a popular new trend in wellness, hosted by Carmen Potgieter.
At Inuwal, we're not just a destination, we're all about wellcare and precision medicine. Here at Inuwal, we offer various activities for all types of people, from the young kids up until the elders. We have cold bath, VR sessions, aesthetics clinics where you can have massages, chemical peels. We have the mind magic rooms, we have art therapy, everything in one space.
So I had no expectations when walking into Inuwal, but I have to say that the future is here, 100%. It kind of finds that sweet spot where technology and wellness meets, and I think that I'm going to experience something I've never experienced before here. So the Fountain of Youth drink is interesting. Definitely a flavor profile that I haven't tried before, but I was into it. I love trying new things and new experiences, and it's definitely got like electrolytes and things that are good for your body in it. So give me some more. Walking into the Centrum, my olfactory system is immediately set alight. Usually in the everyday, I'm talking maybe 90% of my life and my day. So being in a space of not being expected to be the center of attention, not being expected to show up, to be on, is so lovely to just switch off actually and allow my mind to just woosa, calm down and be present. So the Mind Magic Room is exactly that. I feel transported into another dimension and again, so welcomed. I just feel grounded. I feel very much in myself. I feel focused. I feel well. I think that is the most important thing out of everything. Oh my goodness. That was phenomenal and that was so needed. I'm an anxiety girly, so any sort of breath work, any moment of grounding is so welcomed. And that mind magic room, absolutely mind-blowing. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Beautiful.
Happiest on the front lines, Carissa Cupido has never been afraid to dive into the new, report back on what she's found, and her listeners love her for it. Coming up, how volunteering in the classroom can change the game for a new generation.
Sponsored by Capitec. Better never rests.
Ubuntu is best practiced not just from the boardroom, but hands-on in the community as well. So Capitec's latest CSI initiative invited their employees to volunteer their time, skills, hearts and hands where they would matter most. For CSI coordinator Pauline Gidlana, this is her favorite part of the job.
Capitec Bank has a CSI program which we refer to as the Employee Volunteerism Program. We believe as a brand that it is important for employees to go out into communities and make a difference where they work and where they serve. We are running a campaign that we refer to as Back to School. Our employees have identified a school that they want to support as part of the campaign. What will be happening at the school is that we will be buying desks and chairs as part of a donation to the school. And then the second part that we'll be doing is to beautify the toilets, because human dignity is very important for us. As part of the project, we will also be doing a bit of financial education. We will be playing a card game called Budget Champs with the grade 7 learners. The card game was designed to educate the grade 7 learners about saving and budgeting, as it is a topic that they will cover in their EMS curriculum within the school.
Playing cards is an accessible game for adults and children. And to service consultant King and Ndlovu, it's been a stroke of inspiration.
Financial education is so important to share because it gets to prepare the next generation for a better financial life.
The Budget Champs actually helps in a way where from a young age, it helps you to grasp every little thing that you are taught at that stage. So as you grow older, it sticks with you, it stays with you, it becomes a habit and it becomes a lifestyle.
Growing up, I never got an opportunity for someone to come and educate me about finances. Hence why growing up, maybe when I got the job, I made some mistakes. But for me now, it's an opportunity to teach a child not to make the same mistakes as well.
It's going to be my first time going to, a CSI project. So I'm looking forward to interacting with the kids, teaching them of what we've learned from the game, and it's very easy for them to grasp. So I'm looking forward to that.
Helping children in under-resourced communities to upskill themselves for the real world is a quest CSI manager Craig Williams is fully committed to.
We are at Ekurhuleni Primary School in Germiston, and I'm super excited because we are kicking off our back-to-school projects for the year.
Ekurhuleni Primary School is a school situated in an informal settlement. The socio-economics of this community are such that parents depend on the social grant. So it was a blessing when Capitec approached us and asked us whether we need furniture.
So what we'll be doing today, which is super exciting, is we are bringing in new desks, new chairs for some of the classrooms that are oversubscribed. We are going into the bathrooms, we are repainting them so that they look pretty and it makes people just feel good. And then thirdly, we've identified the opportunity to bring some financial education for grade 7s in, and watch this space, we're also doing the Budget Champs game for the grade 7 learners. I think the significance about our program is that it's no longer just a donation of funds to an organization. We believe that the multiplier is when we get our staff involved. It's not just our staff's hands, it's their hearts and it's also their heads. So as much as we are sometimes doing manual labor and we're focusing on resources and infrastructure, We also want to do some skills-based volunteering, and the Budget Champs game is one of the opportunities that we've identified to multiply what we invest in projects with our staff going in with their passion, problem-solving ability, and excellent teamwork.
Business manager Lungile Mtetwa sees how a lack of basic financial education can hold you back. So this is the game changer she's been looking for.
As Capitec Bank, we always say we want our client to bank better and live better, but it's important that it starts here at the younger age for us to empower, because it's not gonna just come when they are old and we start teaching them about their finances. So what we did today, it's a great benefit for our kids.
The highlight for me today was basically realizing how brilliant the kids are, and actually how quickly it was for them to grasp the concept of how the game works, and they were able to also share what they know about money management and the goals that they want to achieve with the money that they have.
My highlight is how the kids were, so excited about the game, the way they participated, and when they shared their key learnings, things that you wouldn't think that kids think about, sharing how they're going to help feed their families, how they're going to plan for the future, and so forth. What's very enlightening and exciting to see, kids this age actually thinking about things like that.
The minute these cards were dealt, the children got it. And like learner Letabo Ngwepe, they won't forget it.
I've learned that it's very important to save while you're still a young person, so that when you grow up, you don't start saving your money from scratch. You know that your money is going to increase bigger and bigger it gets.
I started saving now, and for now I have still a quite small amount, but I know that when I grow up I'll have a lot, because starting to save at a young age is a very good thing.
We as Capitec, we just believe in making our difference. So this goes with our clients in the branches, with every interaction that we do. It's all about making a difference. So with this as well, we want to come here and leave a long-lasting impact. We just want to make a difference in the communities that we come from, the communities that support us, and everything that we do with our CSI projects as well.
As Ekurhuleni Primary School and its stakeholders, we are saying thank you to Capitec. Please don't stop the initiative with us. May it continue to other schools as well.
If you want to practice the spirit of Ubuntu and back the dreams of a child you know, now you can, with your chance to win R1,000 towards that dream, courtesy of Capitec. To enter, reply to the competition post on the insidersa.co.za social media platforms and tell us how Capitec has helped you achieve your financial goals using the hashtag #BetterNeverRests. T's and C's apply and can be found on the Insider SA website.
Another feel-good production.